will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop home radio.
I'm so blessed to be here before you. God has been so good for us to be in this place. This is Marvelous Monday. And without him, there will be no need for us. So I am Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, the host of Straight Talk, No Chaser. The needs of the community, in your home, various topics. So having this opportunity gives me the excitement, gives me the enthusiasm to do what I do. See, God is so good. He has blessed us to be here today. And our show today is an awesome title that we're going to focus on. Added to it called Relationship Chivalry. The question has been, is chivalry dead? Some say the traditional chivalry is dead. It will never die. You either have to accept it or you don't accept it. But God is so good, he will bless you with an opportunity to experience it. And if you're not experiencing it every day, we got some music that we want to play. We don't own the rights to the music, but we like to play because it's all about an amen moment. This is Amen Moment on WBSW Radio, the number one internet station. Amen. Amen. Amen.
If I had to testify, I could only say she's the truth. It's like prayers went up and sent me through. Now I wasn't looking, I was trying on my own. I'm sure as I please, nobody questioning me. I don't know when things begin to change. You came and turned it all around. Got me saying things, from the day to the stroke, from the church to the top. Got me saying things, girl, you looking good. That looking good. You're not telling on me.
Your love is selling on me. And that's what we're going to be talking about. Relationship chivalry, to see how it has settled on you. We want you to be a part of the show by using our chat line. To advocate your thoughts. And the number is 347-857-4192. Press 1. I'll make sure I get you on the line by identifying the last 4 digits of your cell. Ask for your location, and you can chat with Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith as we talk about straight talk, no chaser. We don't want to be playing around. We want to be serious when we talk about these various topics. Relationship chivalry is something we definitely want to be very serious about. To hear the show through our web link, you can at www.blogtalkradio.com/WBSW Internet Talk Radio. All of our shows are broadcast live. They're aired on Facebook.com, Big O Live, TikTok Live, and you can use this handle, which is Dr. L.D. Alberto Smith, DRLDEALBERTO SMITA, or you can go to Instagram, where we're partners with the Brothers of Fire Beta Signal Fraternity Incorporated, Certified Signal Chapter of Greenville, Alabama, and the handle is Z Squad Greenville 1981. Then we have our YouTube channel that's available. We want you to check it out. And you need to go to the Smithway Enterprises. Just subscribe with us, because we're posting a lot of our sets that are private, but truly, they're an opportunity for you to check us out. WBSW Radio, the number one internet station, have listeners and watchers in 45 countries and on 6 continents. So the word is out there. We're interactive. The platform allows you to be a part of it. So definitely call in through our chat line. Again, it's 347-857-4192. Or get on, make a comment through one of the social media sites. As we like to kind of let you know the brand is. The brand is that we have listeners and watchers in 45 countries and on 6 continents. But the most important thing to remember about WBSW Radio, the number one internet radio station. There's radio station that be broadcasting on local channel, but may put some internet into it. But we're broadcasting all over the world. We're based out of the great state of New York through Blog Talk Radio, so we're heard all over the world. So we're the number one. And then we use the social media sites to continue to get the word out. You might be on one. Thank you for taking time to be here. As we move forward, a few more things we want to share with you. We would like for you to register for WBSW Radio giveaways. Ask you to send your name. And you say, what are the giveaways? We're giving away 3 nights, 4-day hotel stay in luxury hotel internationally as well as domestic. 5-night, 6 days hotel stay where we pay for it internationally or nationally or domestic, if you want to say. All we ask you to do is to make sure you give your name, email it to us, and then we're going to give you the email address along with a means of transaction. You say, why is it a means of transaction? Because first of all, we like to give away love offerings from $5 to $100. We send out to those individuals who registered through the giveaway. So you say, well, I'm paying the raffle, but you will receive something from $5 to $100. You never know. We'll just send it to you. If you have Cash App, you have Bitcoin, PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle, one of those, you can send it to LorenzaDSmith15@gmail.com. We ask you to also to support what we're doing. If you like what we're doing, donate $1 or whatever amount you afford to one of our monetized situations, one of the social media sites. If you are looking to donate, you can use our star, Carnation. You can use the like. You can use the also they have a bucket. They have several things at different sites, so you have an opportunity to purchase. We would like for you to send a like up. If you're on here, I don't care if you're on for 1 minute, send a like up. Really appreciate that, because you're showing that you was here, but besides that, you like what we're doing. If not, send a heart. Whatever you want to send up, we thank you. If you don't like it, send something up. We're fine with it, because we can only get better when we know you really plays a part in what we're doing here. So remember, in our giveaway, you want to send your name with the means of transaction to LorenzaDSmith15@gmail.com. I mentioned the hotel stay, but we also give away gift cards, gas vouchers, food vouchers, along with movie passes, car wash vouchers, also book bags. We were giving away certain times, seasonal time. We started school off, we gave away 5 book bags, meaning we raffled them off full of all the supplies. Could be for you, it could be for your children, your grandchildren, your brother, whoever, a sister, whoever may be a relative. You could win, but you have to win. Only way you can win is get your name in, and you need to send it in along with that means of transaction. We also give away books that I purchased from the authors who've been on the show, and you have a chance to get a book. And this is the 2 books we'll be giving away on Wednesday show. It's going to be How to Climb the Mountain of Financial Aid. Now, if you have a child in school, you're in school, you want to know how you can address the best opportunities in the area of financial aid. This is Trey D. Johnson out of the great state of Georgia. We'll, if you want this book, let me know you want this book, but it will be a part of the raffle as well. The second book by Trey D. Johnson is Family Scar. Family Scars. It talks about a family's challenge, and we truly want to be able to give this to you. And there are many others we go solely give away. So we want you to register so we can give those 2 away before the week is out. So thank you. It'll probably be most likely we're looking at Wednesday. There's a good chance that we want to give it away and have that raffle on that day to make sure. Or either we're going to come back Friday. So be with us. We're airing 5 days a week. A lot of times, 6 days a week, because we have a Saturday morning sports talk show we do every other Saturday, second and fourth Saturday, just to talk about what's going on in sports, entitled Fifth Quarter Podcast. So as we move forward, the last thing we actually do is sow a seed. Like I said, send a like up, purchase a like, purchase a badge, purchase a star, also send a heart up. Do that to show that you appreciate. But to sow a seed of $1 with WBSW radio station at Cash App, $, LORENZA, D as in David, SMITH, 15. Sorry, back to 15. Off this Lorenza D. Smith. And on PayPal, actually 15 is included in PayPal. That is Lorenza D. Smith 15 at gmail.com. Also Bitcoin, if you want to send me something through Bitcoin, $1 be fine. It is also Lorenza D. Smith 15 at gmail.com. So thank you so much. Let me give a shout out, and I'm hoping I said this right. Orita, thank you, 588. She said, hello, dear, hello, and God bless you. God bless you, and God bless all of you, and the many others. We're going to give each and every one of those individuals shout out as they join us. What we're going to move forward, but I noticed I want to give her a shout out because she joined us early, and thank you so much for being here, Orita. Thank you so much. As we focus on our title, Relationship Chivalry, I ask you to think about, how do you see chivalry traditionally, and how do you view chivalry in the modern time, or as centuries ago, during our nights, and it was known for their chivalry, pretty much protecting individuals. Chivalry involved one thing: protecting the weak, or the ones who are not capable of taking care of themselves. And even our culture, we have to have a protector, and the one that you can count on. What we're going to have to definitely, I'll say, research and go back and have conversation about making sure that we don't get too far ahead of ourselves and not allowing the individual who can be a protector and provider not to be that. To be that because of some things you're thinking that you don't need the individual. And we're having some challenges, seeing a lot of content about that's being changed. So let's look at relationship chivalry. What does it mean? See, chivalry in a relationship is a way of being that involves treating your partner or mate with kindness, generosity, and respect. See, those 3 words are very important. And seriously, I think we need to have conversation about kindness. What is kindness? Kindness is being able to give and be kind with it when you do it. Show that you care. These are the kind things you do, kind things for others, and you continue to work on so that they see you as a kind man or woman, or they see you with kindness in your heart. Generosity. Are you willing to give? See, or are you just the one like to take? Or you want to take? See, if you might be saying, well, my love language is to receive gifts, but are you willing to give the gifts as well? And it don't always have to be something tangible. It can be intangible. See, giving a little bit of your time to help, staying a little longer moving chairs at an event where you know that as your organization or your group or just individually making sure being generous with your time is something you control. The next thing is respect. If you don't have respect for yourself, you cannot have respect for others. So when we talk about relationship chivalry, we talk about treating your partner with kindness, generosity, and respect. See, it's about being thoughtful and courteous. Are you thoughtful or are you courteous? And putting the needs of others before yourself. That's a sense of empathy as well. If you lack the ability to put others' needs before yours, you do lack empathy. That means it's all about you. And you control how much, again, time and energy you will give so you can be successful. That your relationship or the people around you that's part of your life can feel that you will put your needs for them before you put before yourself. See, chivalry is often associated with men behaving politely toward women. See, we put that in mind and say, okay, men the only one need to be chivalry, do more with relationship chivalry, because traditionally that's the way it's always been. But when it comes to a time, we have the ideal that everybody's equal and everybody deserves the same. We are deserve the right, constitutional right. We don't, but we're not equal. The genders are not equal. You have to understand, because God did not create us to be equal, and definitely didn't add no equity. Since we traditionally laid this at the feet of men, chivalry, where they need to be providers and protectors, then if we're going to do that, what do we lay at the feet of the woman? See, you can have chivalry with men, and you also have women that can present themselves in a manner, meaning toward their men, that they show respect, they show kindness, they show generosity, they are courteous, they are thoughtful, they put their needs for others ahead of theirs. Are you that person? If you do, you can fall in that category and don't have to say, okay, I expect him to do that all the time. And you're not capable of doing that. If they see the problem, we need to have conversation and sit down and talk as men and women to see exactly who we are. Because we don't really know who we are. We know what we think we know in regards, like we think we know what a man wants. We think we know what a woman wants. But we have to communicate to understand, be able to tell people what you want and what you need. See, if you need chivalry in your life, then you need to have a discussion about chivalry. You can't be afraid to talk about chivalry, because it means that it doesn't just pertain to one gender. It pertains to both gender. See, chivalry is not limited to a gender role, because traditionally that's the way it was. But since we've had such adjustment in the way things are in our society now, we've had a bout with and still have femininity. We have this bout of masculinity. We have all this into play, but we have to understand you still can be kind. You can still be generous. You can still be respectful. So when we're talking about, it's not limited to gender roles and can be applied to anyone, men or women. See, other means of chivalry are the choices, or the choice to do the right thing at the right time for the right reason and hold yourself to a high standard of kindness, generosity, and respect in a relationship. Let me repeat that because that is strong right there. Very strong. And I want you to think about chivalry or the choices or the choice. See, in a relationship, it's a choice. Conceiving life is a choice, unless you was violated, and then the law deals with that. But when you make choices to do the right thing at the right time, see, that's something we need to get back to, doing the right thing at the right time, not trying to take advantage of someone, not trying to abuse people, not trying to control people, having a balance, understanding that both people of both genders have to do the right thing at the right time. And it has to be for the right reason. That's why when you want to start a relationship, yes, you meet someone in a social state. You meet them, how you doing, pass on, keep moving. But you say you want to get acquainted with them. That means when you meet them the second time, you're going to be able to share information you're feeling comfortable with, but you still have to do the right thing. You still have to do it at the right time and have the right reason. The reason is that I'm looking for a relationship that is going to be long lasting. That's for the right thing at the right time. Because the reason is that I'm looking for a favorable outcome. I'm looking for a relationship that includes respect. I'm looking for a relationship that requires the higher standard of kindness. I'm looking for the relationship with generosity. It should be a one-way street. It should be a balance with no complaining. So in essence, you want to be in there for the right reason. The right reason is that I'm being intentional because I see myself in a favorable outcome. See, then I'm holding myself to the highest standard so I can be successful in a relationship. See, that code of chivalry emphasize the following values. What are your values? See, we have to sit down and think about what our values. How are our values going to play in our relationship? How are your values going to play in your relationship? But you have to know what your values are. See, when you emphasize these following values, first of all, bravery. See, you want someone to stand up for you. It's all from the beginning of the time. We always required there was someone who could stand up, whether it's a knight, whether it's a warrior, whether it's a service, whether it's a soldier. They can stand up and protect you. You're looking for a protector, but you need to make sure you're righteous too. Make sure you're able to respect. Make sure you're kind to that person. Make sure you just as generous, have just as much generosity as that person. See, when you're talking about chivalry, it always talks about the traditional way, like military skills. Like I say, soldiers been trained. Generosity in victory, meaning that you're generous. When you win, you understand how to win. You have to be courteous to women. Men, you have to be. But you also should receive the same courteous from women. See, chivalry isn't dead. It's a phrase often used to express a perceived lack of good manners or a lack of men holding doors for women. How many times do you do that? There's women sometimes hold the door for you. Regardless of how they perceive it, it's an act of chivalry. So chivalry is not dead. So it's important that we consider what is chivalry and how important, from what we just discussed, chivalry is. I want to give a shout out to our first sponsor. It's always exciting to have this team and this organization, Vintner, working with us. See, God has given us a chance to share their news, share what they're doing. L&T Starworth Lawn Service, LLC, the manicure expert of South Central Alabama.
That's right, hard work. They got lawn service, LLC, the manicure expert in South Central Alabama. For real information, call Tony Starworth at 300-7401. Again, that's 300-7401. Check out Anthony Starworth. Anthony, and you can connect with him. So we look forward to
Relationship chivalry requires hard work. Let me give a shout out to an awesome young man, our educator, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, national or international educational director of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. He has education director 1914. Thank you, my brother. Meeting you at the conclave was always good. Thank you for supporting what we're doing. This is WDSW Radio, the number one internet station. We have listeners and watchers in 45 countries and on 5 continents. We're here to provide you an interactive format. Share your thoughts. You can call in. The call-in number so you can chat with us is 347-857-4192. Repeat that, 347-857-4192. Press 1. Now, make sure I get you on the line by identifying the last 4 digits of your cell. Ask for your location, and you can chat with Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith. And this is Straight Talk, No Chaser. And we're focusing on relationship issues that happens in our community block by block. So we're really excited about being able to do that. If you want to go to the web link and check us out and just listen to the show or just hear the show, you can. That's www.blogtalkradio.com/WPSW Internet Talk Radio. We're excited to have you a part of it if you're visiting with us and this is your first time. Thank you so much for being here. As we move forward, how important is chivalry to a healthy relationship? I'm going to just say from the world. Because when you're talking about chivalry, you're talking about kindness, generosity, and respect. How important is that for any relationship? How important is that for individuals? How important is that for life? Just think about it. See, chivalry is important because it holds you to a higher standard in a relationship. Do you want to be in a relationship that requires a higher standard? Do you want to be in a relationship that has value? Do you want to be in a relationship where the person you're with is kind, treat you right? A lot of time put themselves ahead of others. Is that the kind of person you want to be around? Do you want to spend your time with someone? So it's important to understand high standards in a relationship. That's a measure, again, of kindness, generosity, and respect. See, a standard different from what a me first world expect from you. See, that's different. See, we're in that time now. It's a me first. It's me first. We could, prove an example. Chivalry can be simply just being respectful for other people. You have a line about every a box store, every store franchise. There comes a line at the cashier. You have to stand in line. Wouldn't it bother you that someone would just walk in front of you? See, chivalry means that you have kindness, you have generosity, you have respect for others. If you don't have that, then there we come with a me first world mentality. See, we're living in the world truly, but we can't be worldly. See, I am a practicing Christian, and I'll let you know I live in the world, but I live with the practicing Christianity. And I have no problem telling people that. I love my Lord and Savior because we wouldn't be here. This is the 7th year from the vision that God blessed me with in 2017. We started with one device to now we're broadcasting in 45 countries and on 6 continents. See, that means I understood others. I understood I put him first. I didn't put myself first. I'm not in that idea of a me first world. I'm in there for God first, and I live in this world because I'm an imperfect man trying to do perfect things. So when we say chivalry in this world requires you to put others first, not yourself. See, when understood, when it's understood, chivalry is all about demonstration of respect, kindness, and consideration towards your mate or partner. And it can be a significant factor in a healthy relationship. All of us wanting and desire a healthy relationship. I don't think anybody that's on this network or one of these sites want a toxic relationship. You want a healthy relationship. So it requires you to understand when your selection or vetting process, you vet people who has a sense of chivalry. Vet someone that really have high standards. Their standards and values are high. They understand that, they can be generous in just not only what they do, but even if there's a victory, they're going to be generous to others. They're going to also be courteous, not only just to women, but to all people. See, chivalry requires all that. See, being able to be committed to treat your mate or partner with value and dignity. See, that's the 2 words you need to always remember. In a relationship that you are able to stress, demonstrate, display chivalry, this relationship allows you to treat your mate, your partner, your spouse with value and dignity. If you're not sure what it is, look it up. If it's not part of your vocabulary, find out. Because dignity and value is so important. It's also important that you practice the way that respects equality. And it avoids outdated gender stereotype. You have to practice that way. Chivalry allows you, because if you have your values and understand your values, you understand that kindness, generosity, respect, and courtesy, dignity, and value all come into play. See, the key is to focus on underlying principles or underlying principle of courtesy and thoughtful behavior rather than adhering to rigid traditional. Chivalry is in today's relationship means actively listening. You see how it went from the traditional way when we talk about military bravery, we talk about protecting, we talk about doing these things to the point where all it requires you to do is to be able to start being an active listener in a relationship. Some of us are not active listeners. A healthy relationship starts with someone who's an active listener. They understand what listening skills are and how it works. See, actively listening to your partner, valuing their opinion, never pressuring them into anything they're uncomfortable with. I want you to think about that. If you're trying to press your on others, that's not right. Just because they don't agree with your beliefs, you can't make people believe the same thing you believe. And in this day and time, we need to make sure we put ourselves in situations where we value our partner's opinion or mate. We listen to our mate or partner. We never put pressure on them to do something that we wouldn't do ourselves. See, when you take time to never pressure them to do something that creates our relationship become uncomfortable, this allows your relationship to be a safe place. What do you want? Do you want a safe place in your relationship? Do you want a nurturing environment that fosters trust and emotional intimacy? Is that what you want? Definitely the importance of chivalry. It requires you to take those steps to be the best version of yourself. We all want favorable outcomes, but we got to put the work in. Let's give a shout out to our next sponsor, Lena Payton Webb. Lena Payton Webb is a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. She's a 2024 Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award recipient. Excited. She's an owner of a business and she's the CEO of Blue Impression Publishing. She was on here. She also have published a coloring book that allow people to, look at their life through that coloring book. We'll have several copies, and she having them. She's a publisher. She's a speaker. But I want to give a shout out because Blue Impressions Publishing LLC is Lena Payton Webb business, and she asked us to advertise on WBSW Radio, the #1 internet station.
To share your inspiring story with the world, look no further than Blue Impression Publishing, the premier publishing company that specializes in creating meaningful and impactful books and journals. Blue Impressions Publishing, veteran owned by author Lena Payton Webb, offers comprehensive services to bring your vision. Their mission is to empower writers, mental health professionals, consultants, coaches, and spiritual leaders to make a positive impact through their publication. Not only do they publish your words, they give you the strategy to be a successful author and earn an additional source of income. So whether you're an aspiring author or a seasoned writer, Blue Impressions Publishing is the publishing company for you. Don't let your story go untold. Visit the website today, yourartisticexpressions.com. You can also call 833-951-2665 to learn more about their services and to get started on your publishing journey. Blue Impressions Publishing, where inspiring stories leave a lasting impression.
Again, Lena Payton Webb, that's LenaPayton Webb. Go to Facebook, type it in, or go to the group page and type in Blue Impressions Publishing, and you can contact her to help. Her team can help you publish your memoir, the books, your life story, a comic book, a coloring book, whatever you want to publish, she can work. But besides that, the strategy they have at this company, they're going to not only just work you through the process of writing and doing all the work, then they're going to allow you to strategize. They're going to get with you and set up ways you can promote your book, ways you can get the book out there. We're going to say congratulations to Lena Payton Webb. I'm going to say Sarah Lena Payton Webb. of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Give a shout out to you for being the 2024 Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award recipient, but besides this, as the CEO of Blue Impression Publishing, LLC. Thank you so much for your support. As we move forward, we want to look at some of the relationship traits. As we tie back into what we were saying about how important it is, we have to understand there are some traits that you ought to be able to recognize in yourself, but you can see in others. See, relationship traits includes, first of all, respectful behavior. Relationship chivalry traits include respectful behavior, kindness, generosity, protecting your partner, putting their needs first, being attentive to their feelings, offering thoughtful gestures, upholding a higher standard of conduct, similar to the historical code of chivalry, where the knight was expected to be brave and honorable toward women. I think we need to consider where we are in our relationships today, understanding each other's role. We all have role, responsibility, and duties. And your role, if you are of the traditional thought process where each of these things I said are traits, you're respectful, you have respectful behavior, you are kind, generosity, you protect your partner, you provide for your partner. You put your partner needs first. You be attentive to their feelings. Offer them gestures, thoughtful gestures. Have a high standard of conduct. Demonstrate courtesy. Treat your partner with care and consideration. This allows you to fill in your role. Like it says toward women, but I said before, yeah, we can have a chivalry, man of chivalry, but there's also a woman who can practice respect, practice kindness, generosity, put their partner need first, be attentive to their feelings, offer thoughtful gestures, have a high standard. You want a high quality, an impactful man, an influential man. As a woman, you need to have high standards as well. So it will allow you, in regards to conduct, to have a successful relationship. These are traits you're looking for. Have a conversation. Because you have a conversation, you'll find out what direction the individual, both genders, is going. You will always use this example. Then we're going to move to our next topic. This example of how we find out what each other wants. Say I'm out on a date, and my date brings their friend. And I say, well, I have someone I want to introduce you to. So instead of being a threesome, be a four. What is the first thing come out of most majority of women's mouth? I mean, 51% of them. What's the first thing? Take a guess. Type it down. How are we going to do it? What it is? Do we have a job? Do we work? Vice versa. If it's me with my partner and I bring one of my homies with me, and the first thing they say, well, somebody to meet you, young lady to meet. So the first thing come out of his mouth, you know what it is. You see the difference, we are different in gender. What we look, we see what we first. Everybody call it shallow, but you know, it's way beyond just seeing that. The first thing, how she look. We don't ask what kind of job she had. because we know we're going to have to carry our own weight. We have to provide, and we have no problem understanding that. Real men don't have a problem with understanding, provide, and protect. But we're not saying that we can't do both. But understanding we must go beyond just the first initial thought process. But I just use that to relate to chivalry, because in chivalry it says that the historical code of chivalry focus on being able to be brave, mean protect, and then respecting and honoring your woman. Same thing applies today. If we don't know better, we can't do better. But you're hearing better now. Let's do better. Let's move on to what are some examples of chivalry behavior in a relationship. We talked about traits. Some of the examples, small as they may be: opening the door, saving the last bite of food, filling up your partner's gas tank. I can remember several years ago, back in maybe 21, and I was observing a situation, and the young man was with the young lady. Young lady pulled up there to tires running low, and the young man was sitting on the passenger side. The young lady got out the car, went to a trunk, got one of the air compressor thing, a little small air thing to pump up a tire. He never got out the car. We got to teach our young better. Filling up your partner gas and get out. Don't matter if you get out. Opening the door for her. Always remembering something significant that's dealing with her. Like they always say, do you remember your anniversary day? Sending flowers. If you don't like flowers, find out what they like that you can send. See, the little things matter. Making small sacrifices on a regular basis. Little things matter. Expressing respect and trust. A relationship will not be healthy without respect, trust, honesty, communication. Those pillars you can put, the 4 pillars that hold up your relationship. And we have to work hard. Let's look at our next sponsor, Mary Ruth's Restaurant of Georgiana, Alabama. Give a shout out to this team, which is a team of blue and white. Their co-owners, we have Brother Marla Smith and Sarah Katrina Roper Smith, husband and wife. Remember, Marvin, member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma Chapter of Greenville, Alabama. His wife is a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. And I always want to say, when I talk about it, I say brother, but I always need to say Sarah Pastor Katrina Roper, pastor 2 or 3 churches, doing an awesome job. So we give a shout out. Thanks for, I tell you, that was awesome what I just saw. Thank you so much. And I see Dr. Tam on there, member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Thank you so much, Doc, for joining us and being a part of it. She just gave a gift for badge. Thank you so much. She just got one. You get one as well. As we move forward, let's listen to the advertisement.
Looking for home cooked food in a family-friendly environment? Well, what's so better than Mary Ruth's? Mary Ruth's Restaurant, located at 261 State Highway 106 in beautiful Georgiana, Alabama. Great food in a family-friendly environment. Mary Ruth's Restaurant offers home-cooked breakfast. All the fixes, you name it, they've got it. And not just home-cooked breakfast. Home-cooked breakfast, lunch, and dinner items. Mary Ruth's Restaurant specializes in a meat and 3 vegetables meal. And meat and 3. Also, home-cooked hamburgers, Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, and much more. Seafood lunch, and seafood fries. Barbecue Saturdays, and it's all hot fresh and made from scratch, including the dessert and so much
Mary's Roots Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana, Alabama, located at 261 State Highway 106 West. The best Southern cooking in South Central Alabama. Again, all co-owners are the part of the Blue and White family. Brother Marvin Lala Smith, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, and his wife, Sarah Pastor Katrina Roper Smith of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Give a shout out to both of them and their support. Thank you so much, brother and sister. Thank you so much for supporting what we're trying to do here. As we move forward, I want to give a shout out again to Dr. Tam. Thank you so much. She sent a confetti. Thank you. Time one. Thank you so much for getting that Giffer badge. Thank you so much for supporting what we're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Doc is doing an awesome job. She's working for that central office, making some impactful things happen. Thank you so much, Doc. Discuss key aspects of chivalry in a relationship. What are some key aspects? I just gave you some examples of chivalry, what it is in a relationship. One of the key things, and we'll put it in two such things that represent aspects of chivalry. For example, protecting and defending. See, standing up for your partner or mate in difficult situations. That's protecting and defending. We'll go back to the traditional, to the knights. What they did, they protect. Okay, not only they protect the castle or protect the king or whoever it may be, they made sure they protect the women for sure. They was out in front, protecting and defending, being considerate. See, that's something what I like for you to keep in mind when I'm talking about chivalry, not just for a certain gender role for a man or just for a woman. Just think about things that both individuals can do. If you're not doing, why don't you try being considerate? It is not a me first world, and you shouldn't be if you're focusing on a me first, then you will be alone. See, we have to realize that when we put others first, it leads to us having empathy. See, one of the things that we hear from many individuals, especially in the situation where women say men don't have empathy. See, being considerate of others, putting yourself in that person's foot or in their shoes. Just like Anthony Hamilton, one of my favorite performers. Walk in my shoes. See, you can't tell me anything unless you walk in my shoes. What we have to do is put ourselves in other individuals' shoes to see what they're going through, and have the sympathy and the empathy, and have the love, and have the kindness, and have the generosity, have the respect for them, so they'll be considerate. You be considerate. We have Gartry. This is performing an act of kindness. Like simply open the door. That's kindness. Putting out a chair. It's not dead. Just might be selecting and choosing and vetting the wrong people. Because I see it happen every day. And it's not always men doing it for women. I see women doing it for men. Simply just holding the door when they come out. Not just walking out, letting the door go and hit someone. We have to make sure we understand that the small acts of kindness means a lot. The little things mean a lot. Honesty and loyalty. Are you honest? See, along with honesty is trustworthy. Are you trustworthy? Can you be trusted? Are you truthful? Do you have the ability to avoid saying hurtful words to your mate, to your family, to your friends, on your job? Do you have the ability to give compliment, recognizing and appreciating your mate's quality? That's why it's always good to have a conversation. It's good to talk. See, a lot of time we may not respond in the manner of getting the compliment. But when you start talking and just simply talking, just having conversation, you think about, oh, I just want to make sure I compliment you. I want to recognize and appreciate your qualities. You have some good qualities. It's worth us spending time together. Being a good listener. That goes back to active listening skill. You will never have a healthy relationship if you don't have active listening skills. That's a guarantee. You're going to always be in toxic relationship because you don't listen. You can't use sign language in a healthy relationship. Sign language, the acronym for sign is shame, insult, guilt, and a need to be right. If you use that, you will not be in a healthy relationship very long. You will always be seeking toxicity because that's what you are presenting. Relationships are reflected. Be a good listener. Listen to your mate. Pay attention to what they're saying. Take initiative. Plan things. Make efforts to surprise them. You take the initiative. Emotional support. Be there for your partner during tough times. Be there. Ask them how your day was. What can I do for you to make your day even better, make it better? You have to put yourself, the little things matter. And we have to really, really focus on the little things. That's all relationship chivalry is bringing out. The little things, the kindness, the generosity, the courtesy, the respect, the thoughtfulness. These are the things that we must understand and work on putting our greatest effort. Let's give a shout out to our next sponsor. While we're doing that, I'm going to make sure I get my. We're going to let us scroll down quickly now here to our next sponsor. It's amazing how when I want to see that individual, this is TriStat LLC, Mr. William Scott. Thank you, Mr. Scott, for what you're doing. Thank you for supporting us. He's a consulting firm that meets your consulting needs. They're there to work with you. If you write a grant, you receive a grant, they will work with your organization to put together, help you be able to work and develop that grant, make sure everything is in place. So you're going to be not just the author, but you're going to be administrating the grant. You're going to be putting the time, and then do the research so you can compare it in your presentation. Okay, this is where the other companies are, the other groups are. This is where we are. This is what data and having the supporting data. This is what Mr. Scott and his group will do. Mr. William Scott, TriStat LLC.
TriStat LLC. They grow your business. We provide specialized business and management consulting services. TriStat LLC meets your consulting needs in the industry of engineering, accounting, research, and management service sector. Contact Mr. William Scott at 334-330-5438 or 334-526-0228.
Thank you, Mr. Scott. That's Tri-State LLC, the consulting firm that meets your consulting need, located in South Central Alabama. The number is is 334-320-5438. See how he can provide you with an opportunity. It doesn't matter where you are in this country. He works with local government. He works with rural townships and also work with the state doing some awesome things. As we move forward, the 5 rules of chivalry, and here they are. Loyalty is the first rule. Be loyal to your family, your mate, your spouse, and to your friends. Courtesy, behave with courtesy. Behave with courtesy. Don't be disrespectful. Don't be so aggressive that people don't want to be around you. Generosity. Be generous to others. Be willing to give. Defend the weak. Defend the weak and the poor. Be a protector. Respect women. Be respectful to women. Respect them. Respect yourself as well. Bravery. Be brave, strong, and a skillful person in a battle. Be smart as well. Act correctly. Act correctly when you're fighting. I don't mean you have to be physically fighting, but just remember when you're in a discussion with your mate, be correct, be righteous, be respectful. Don't punch below the belt. Don't do that. It can tear a relationship. Because the first time you do that, that'll stay close to the end of that relationship. That's the beginning of the end. Also, seek justice. Seek what is right without personal bias or prejudice. Be humble. Refuse to boast in your own accomplishment. Right, okay, you've been successful. You moved up the ladder. You're financially in a good position, but you don't need to boast and brag about it. Be generous with the resources that you're allowed to have and you're allowed to give away. Be noble. Seek great statutes of character. Work with a good character. Work on your character to be of high standard. Be the best you can be. Be faithful. Have faith in your beliefs. Be courage. Be with courage. Choose the more difficult paths rather than what comes easy. We all want the easy path, but you can make it easy by putting the work in it. Be grateful. The only intelligent response to the outgoing gift of life is gratitude. When you're grateful, you have gratitude. And if you want to have a long-lasting life of relationship chivalry, it's a few things you need to do. And remember, let's give a shout out to our next sponsor. I want to give a shout out to Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace. Our call-in line, our chat line, is 347-857-4192. Press 1. Make sure I get you on the line by identifying your last 4 digits. And I'm just looking at some people just joining us, and I'm just trying to make sure if they have something they want to share with us, please press 1. You're just listening online. Thank you. This is Soap Gems by Jackson and Gray, the best soap and perfume scents in South Central Alabama. Jennifer Jackson and the Grace family.
Some of the best soap and perfume scents in South Central Alabama. Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace. Jackson. Contact number 251-369-1344. Or go to Facebook. Type in Jennifer 1N Jackson or Charlie Angel. There's several items like bombshells, hands of a lifetime, Bloody Lovers, Straight Savage, Manpower, Promotion, and Calming Lavender Seesaw. So please check her out. Again, that number is 251-369-1344. So sales by Jackson and Grace.
And to contact Jennifer Jackson directly, she gave me this number to share with everybody. It's 251-227-1885. That's Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace. Jennifer Jackson, Facebook, type that in, or Charlie Angel, type that in and it'll populate her information. Direct message her, you can communicate with her. We have a call on the line that have their hand up, and I want them to share their thoughts in regards to relationship chivalry. We're going to make you live now with the last 4 digits of 1111. You are now live on WBSW Radio, the #1 internet station. How are you today?
Yes, hi, Dr. Smith. I was just perusing Broadcast BTR's website, and I saw your program here, Relationship Chivalry. And what I would like to contribute is chivalry doesn't work today in modernity. And it's because the rules have changed. There are no requirements for women, thus they don't appreciate chivalry. I'm sure you've heard the statement, nice guys finish last. And as a result of that, it just doesn't work. Women today, due to social media, have access to men outside of their geographical bailiwick. And as a result of that, they can have interactions, that they're usually just sexual excursions. But, the average woman doesn't even want the average man today. She wants, and I'll give you a quick statistic here. It's on, I believe it's OkCupid, that says 80% of women are looking for only 20% of men. So 80% of men are invisible to the modern woman. And so this just doesn't work. In the dating cycle, and I'll just wrap it up with this, in the dating cycle, everything is skewed and inclined towards the woman. And the same thing is true in the courts. And we normally don't talk about this, but the man is not indemnified. He's not insured that all of his resources will not be taken by the woman, handed over by the court. So this thing, without talking about the real underlying structure of relationships, we really aren't getting anywhere talking about the superficial, outward appearance. We need to talk about what's fair. Men want women that are fit, feminine, and friendly. And women don't feel that they have to bring that. They feel that they can come any type of way. And these are women across the board. Western women are what I'm speaking about. And society only wants the men to have accountability. You've heard women want men 6 feet, 6 figures, 6-pack. But then men aren't supposed to demand anything of women. Go ahead. Thank you.
I want to thank you for calling in. You have shared a lot of information, and there's a show I'm going to have coming up. We're going to have that discussion. And I hope you're able to get back with me, and I haven't set a date on it to do that discussion, but it's something that I listen to a lot of content creators as well, and I've heard a lot of things that you're relating to, and I truly thank you for sharing your thoughts. And we're going to make sure
Hey, but before you cut me off, can you engage with anything that I share?
Well, first of all, the traditional idea of chivalry is dead. There's no question about that. And it also because of a more of a me first world we're living in now. When it's me first, then it really doesn't the idea of chivalry apply to some people. But I do think there are still a small group of individuals who are, and I'll say females or women, are looking for that individual to, first of all, as we know, chivalry centered around providing and protecting. They're looking for that, even though they're looking for that 20% that making the six figures, making the six figures, they're still looking for that as well. Someone to take care of them. So that is in existence. What you said is true. And it is a conversation that requires a longer show to talk about. But I do want to get into it. But I want to thank you, not to run, but we have a time schedule we have in here, and we're running at that point. But
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you for joining.
I'll hang out in the queue.
All right, thank you. I tell you, it's truly important when we have individuals calling in and share their point of view. That's what we want, because that is a topic. We're going to have that conversation, because that conversation is due, and we're going to definitely do it. But today we're going to kind of close it out, thinking and understanding, as he said, truly is chivalry dead? The question is chivalry, relationship chivalry dead in today's society? The traditional ideal is what I mentioned about the knights with the damsel in distress. That kind of chivalry does not exist anymore. But we do still have a sense of examples I gave, opening the door. That's still chivalry. Some people call it Southern hospitality. Everybody, and you might not be from the South, and you might not understand that. Being able to open the car door, being able to pull the chair out, those things I say exist because I do it myself. So in essence, I'm all about not just being in a me first world. I know we're in a me first world where everything's have been put out and open to do. Everybody can say they're equal, they can do things, but that don't mean I shouldn't continue to do things that I saw happen as a child, as a grown man. So truly, thank you so much, caller, for being here with us. And as we close out, as I said, the traditional ideal of chivalry, in some eyes, may be, because it's all about men performing acts of courtesy solely for women. That makes it dead because it's not appreciated in some eyes. But if you're doing it, don't stop doing it, because I have seen it work. I have seen it just open the door for someone, especially a young lady, a smile put on their face. So you can continue to do just some of the small, but always remember, chivalry is not only of the ideal of how generous you are. Respect is a major part. See, if we run into disrespect toward each other, that kills chivalry as well. But that don't mean you have to be that way. So the acts of kindness, the generosity, the respect, it's three things I want you to consider when you're talking about chivalry. It's not dead. It's just in a different form in the modern society. Chivalry